Assalamu alaikum, parents and students. Welcome to the Year 10 Parent Support presentation. My name is Mr. Ajaib and I'm the Vice Principal of Eden Girls School. The aim of this presentation is to give you and your daughter advice and guidance in terms of how best to support her for the preparation of the mock exams and eventually the final exams that she will be taking this year. If you would like further information, please do not hesitate to contact me through the school website. In this presentation, you will also hear advice from your daughter's option subject teachers and from the RE department. So the key question is, why are GCSEs so important? Well, GCSEs build the foundation to any course that is studied beyond Eden School. Students may want to study A-levels or a further advanced BTEC course. There is obviously competition from students who will be applying for the same courses from other schools. It improves career opportunities and it develops key skills. So what is the iceberg illusion? People only see the end goal, the glory, the monumental win. But time and time again, it's proven that persistence, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, and some failure and disappointments are some of the real factors that contribute to the final win that we see. There is no easy way to achieve good grades other than hard work. And we have a dedicated team of staff who will go out of their way to support the students at Eden. We believe that no child should be disadvantaged irrespective of their background or social status. So what is expected of our students? We expect our students to have a positive growth mindset. We believe our students' ability and we want them to have the same mindset. We use language such as I can, I will try harder, I will not give up, I am determined to improve, and the list goes on. We have high expectations of our students. Our targets set are one of the highest in the country, and we believe that all of our students have the potential to achieve their target grades. We have high expectations of all of our students, irrespective of their academic ability. We expect our students to be resilient. We don't want our students to give up. If a piece of work is challenging, we encourage them to keep going until they are successfully able to complete it. We want our students to be able to take risks when learning. This is a way of exploring the methods that suit their learning. What works well for one student may not necessarily work for others. We don't want students to be afraid of making mistakes, for making mistakes is part of the learning. And we want our students to work hard and give 100%. There is no secret formula. What you get out is determined by what you put in. So the key to being successful is making sure that your daughter attends school every day on time. A missed day is a missed opportunity, and all non-essential appointments should be made outside of school hours. We expect students to be organized, and this is a very important skill that students need to master. They need to make sure that they bring their correct exercise books and equipment and be ready for learning for every lesson, every day. We find that some students are coming into school looking very tired. Your daughter needs to make sure that they get enough sleep. They need to be getting at least 8 hours of sleep. That will help them to focus better in lessons and learn more effectively. Your daughter needs to make sure that they need to be eating and drinking a healthy diet. They must avoid eating too many snacks and encourage to drink plenty of water. We will be monitoring attendance on a daily basis, and we will inform you if we have any concerns regarding your daughter's attendance. How can you support your daughter? Well, as I already explained, that you need to ensure that your daughter comes to school every day on time, that she completes all given home learning tasks by the date due, She has a revision guide for all her subjects and makes good use of them. She completes past paper packs. She logs onto Teams and completes any revision tasks. She attends intervention and support classes, has a revision timetable and sticks to it, knows the exam dates, has full equipment including a scientific calculator, pen, pencil and ruler. How do we support pupils? We will explain difficult concepts. We understand now that GCSEs are much more challenging than they used to be, with more A-level content now being taught at GCSE. We will encourage students to work with each other. Students have a way of explaining things that can sometimes be easier for students to understand. We will encourage students to ask questions, as to be able to ask a good question demands good knowledge of the subject. We listen to students, and we want them to tell us when they need more support and guidance. We provide intervention classes. We provide homework and revision activities which are specifically designed to help with memory retention. We provide extension activities for students who want to be stretched. These are some revision tips to support you with your exams. Create a revision timetable and try to stick to it. Practice lots of past paper questions and master the skills of exam techniques. Know the specification and tick off as you are revising. Don't be tempted to cram. Plan well ahead. Use Century AI and Seneca to support with your revision. And make sure that you get plenty of rest and sleep, especially the day before the exam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear parents. This is a very quick PowerPoint to show you how your daughter can prepare for the Religious Education RE mock exam, which is happening next week. So what are we doing to support your child? Well, we have given out revision guides. Those students have already got it will testify it's a very useful way of revising. It's got Islam and Christianity in one, so these are available for students. Practice exam paper booklets, we've given them to all students last week and this week. Knowledge organizer booklets, we've given students knowledge organizers for both Islam and Christianity, and we're also doing weekly intervention, as you are aware, from the beginning of September. There's also plenty of resources on Teams. If your daughter goes to the Year 10 RE Teams channel in Microsoft Teams, and there's plenty of resources we've posted online as well. In terms of what they're sitting exams on, so we have two religions at GCSE RE, Christianity and Islam. The paper that your daughter will be sitting next week is only on paper 1, which is Christianity and Islam, practices and beliefs. So it's 1 hour 45 minutes, 102 marks in total, 51 marks for each religion, and it consists of 2 5-part questions, 48 marks, and an extra 3 marks for a belief evaluation question. This is basically paper 1 only, not paper 2. Paper 2 they'll be doing later on in the mocks. What can students do to help themselves? So there's practice exam papers, create knowledge banks and organisers, revision flashcards for key terms and religious quotes. These are very, very effective tools. Spend extra time revising at home. I would recommend your daughter to spend some additional time at home revising, and also go over work completed in Year 9 from GCSE RE. And lastly, some useful websites, AQA, BBC Bite Size and Seneca Learning to help your daughter revise for GCSE RE.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm Nurullah Swati, the lead computer science teacher. I'm going to brief you about GCSE computer science. Here at Eden, we follow the OCR J276 specification for GCSE computer science. Our curriculum teaching time is 2 hours a week in lessons, plus 1.5 hours intervention. In intervention, we revise the topics already covered using diagnostic and exam style questions. The J276 OCR GCSE Computer Science specification is comprised of 3 components. Component 1, computer system, where students learn system architecture, memory, storage, wired and wireless networks, network topologies and protocols and layers, system security, system software, ethical, legal, cultural and environmental concerns. And component 2, computational thinking, algorithms and programming, where students learn about algorithms, programming techniques, producing robust programs using Python, computational logic, translators and facilities of languages, and data representation. Each of the 2 components is 50% of the total GCSE. Component 3, the programming project, is not graded and doesn't have any impact on the final GCSE grades. However, it's a formal requirement and consolidates the learning across the specification through practical activities and have a great impact on student marks in component 2. Computer science is a practical subject and it requires a lot of practice. In order for students to understand the concept, they must attend all lessons and should not book any appointment during the lesson time. Complete classwork and homework on time and have access to a computer and internet at home. In order to improve their learning and understanding, they must have a revision guide and use Seneca Learning, Snackify, Prepple.it, That Quiz and BBC Bitesize for practice and revision, in addition to the activities and assignments I set up for them on Teams and Class Notebook. Each class has a virtual classroom set up for them on Microsoft Teams, and all resources, PowerPoint, worksheets, and revision materials are uploaded on Teams. I also use this facility to broadcast my lesson and record it. So if the students are absent for some genuine reason, they can remote in or listen to the recording afterward when they are free. If they have any question outside the school hours, they can ask me directly and using the team chat facility. If the parents have any query, they can contact the school on info@egwf.staracademies.org.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the Parent Support Evening for Citizenship Studies. I'm Mrs. Ahmed, the lead teacher of Citizenship, and I am the Citizenship teacher at the school. There is no one else that teaches the subject. In terms of what we're doing to support your child here at Eden, intervention will take place from January 2021. This will be comprised of a small focus group of around 10 to 12 students who will be part of this group based on their TA2 mock exams. This is subject to change, however, every half term, and should you feel your child needs to be a part of it, regardless of whether or not they are in intervention, it would be great if you could contact me and let me know. Double lessons are available every week and all resources are available on Microsoft Teams. Every week there are homework tasks that are set that are exam practice based, and students have been given revision booklets that have been created by myself, as well as revision guides that are AQA specific. Revision lessons are available for students before mock exams to ensure that they are in the best possible preparation for their exam, and a breakdown of each unit has been given to students to RAG rate, that's red, amber, green, to tell me how they are feeling about each unit. Students will be sitting their exams on paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is comprised of 2 sections, that's active citizenship and politics and participation. Section A will focus on active citizenship internationally, nationally, as well as their own localised investigation that students are looking at this half term. They will be assessed on this and they will be apprehending questions about their project. So students are already aware of that they have some sort of control over their paper 1 exam. It is an hour and 45 minutes, it's 80 marks and it's 50% of their GCSE. Each unit is comprised of 40 marks and the question types are multiple choice, short answer, source-based questions and extended answers. Similarly with paper 2, it's 80 marks, 50% of their GCSE, again an hour and 45 minutes, and both sections, life and modern Britain and rights and responsibilities, are comprised of 40 marks each as well. The question types are exactly the same as students would expect on paper 1. However, the only difference is that students will not be anticipating any particular questions like they would be in paper 1, because their active citizenship component will be assessed in that paper. Paper 2 is more students applying the knowledge that they've been learning for the past year and a half. Students can help themselves by watching the news every day, and you can support further by having discussions with your daughter about global affairs and what's going on in the world, using the revision guide and booklet to create flashcards for 1 mark and 2 mark questions, and allocating at least 2 to 3 hours revision per week for citizenship. They don't need to really do more than that. It's those short bursts of effective revision, making sure that they're creating flashcards, exam plans for each practice question available, and ensuring that they are using the revision guide is what is going to enable them to be successful. Planning for synoptic questions can be checked by me. That's questions that will assess students across both papers on all 4 units. There is one of those available in each paper, and so students should plan any questions that are made available to them. There is BBC Bite-Sized Citizenship for students to watch relevant clips. And again, as discussed earlier, RAG rating is really important because it allows students to tailor their revision and make it more focused. You can get more information available on the AQA GCSE Citizenship website. There are no plans to change any papers this year. The only difference is that in paper 1, when they have their citizenship action questions, they will have to talk about how the pandemic has affected it. And so this is something that concerns me, and I will be talking them through that in class. If you require any more information, please let me know, and you can contact the school. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a short PowerPoint to explain what your child will be doing in their exam, which is taking place on the 11th of January 2021. There are 4 units in sports science, 3 units are coursework based, and 1 unit is an exam. What are we doing to support your child? We have provided all children with revision booklets. We have given them access to practice exam papers. We have already started our mock exams. They will be doing 2 mock exams on a weekly basis. There are 2 weekly interventions every Monday and every Friday, and there is revision access on Microsoft Teams. They will be sitting their exam on RO41, reducing the risk of injuries, sports injuries. They need to ensure that they have revised over the 4 learning objectives. Number 1, factors which influence injury. Number 2, the importance of warm-ups and cool-downs. Number 3, how to respond to injuries in sport. And number 4, how to respond to medical conditions. The exam is 1 hour. There are 15 questions, and it is out of 60 marks. This exam is 25% of their final course. What can students do to help themselves? They can use the PowerPoints that are on Teams to support them. They must use the revision booklet provided, complete as many exam papers possible, and use the mark scheme to check all answers. Further information is provided on the OCR website. You may ask me on Teams, and you may also email us on the email provided. Assalamu alaikum.
Good evening, my name is Miss Parrott and I am the Hospitality and Catering teacher at Eden. This short presentation is going to be about how students can get the best possible results in their exams coming up and how we can all best support them. The course that your daughter is taking is a BTEC award in Hospitality and Catering Level 1 and 2. They get 2 hours of lessons per week in the form of a double lesson, and they also have 1 hour of intervention per week after school on a Friday. There are also regular student progress checks where I take down how they feel they are feeling in different areas of the course so that I can see where they feel their knowledge gaps are. Your daughter will be taking their exam in January, and that will be worth 40% of their grade for Hospitality and Catering. This will be on Unit 1 and will cover the 5 learning objectives. The Unit 2 exam will be the practical exam. This will be internally assessed and it's worth 60% of the overall grade. This will be in the form of coursework and will all be internally assessed within the school. For this, students will have to learn how to cook dishes, and they will also have to plan the menu based on a given brief. Students can help themselves by attending every lesson and using Microsoft Teams to access any lessons missed at home. Every lesson is on the team, so they can always look back for reference. Students should also remote into the class if they are self-isolating, as the lessons will be live taught. Students can also complete all of their homework on time, as they're very clearly structured for revision purposes, and they should also be revising independently using their folders and their textbooks that they have. If you would like more information about the course, then you can look on the Microsoft team under the Hospitality and Catering Year 10 section, where there is a section with all of the resources that the girls need. You can also contact me on there. On the front page of the team, questions can be posted, which I will respond to. And the WJEC website is a great source of information in terms of the course. There are past papers on there, mark schemes, as well as the specification. If you have any specific questions or inquiries, you can email the school at info@egwf.staracademies.org, and these will be forwarded to me so I can reply to you directly. Have a lovely evening. Goodbye.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mr. Muhammad and I'm the drama teacher here at Eden Girls, Warden Forest. I'm really pleased to be sharing some tips with you to help you support your daughter in achieving the best they can in their GCSE drama. So what are we doing already to support your child? I just want to assure you that we are delivering carefully planned out lessons that are designed to meet particular assessment objectives. So all our lessons are, there's no frivolity there. Everything we do in our lessons works towards either their coursework or a question on the exam paper, for example, to make sure that the learning is as relevant as possible in ensuring that they achieve. We also have weekly interventions, and the weekly interventions focus solely on the exam preparation. That means that there's a focus time for exam preparation on our interventions, no matter what's happening in our lessons. Sometimes we prepare for our coursework in our lessons, sometimes we prepare for the practical exam, but the weekly intervention is always going to be for exam preparation. And we also provide online support through Teams. Students are very welcome to post questions there, gain extra support, share their work, and it's also the platform by which we share our homework generally and our coursework. And talking of coursework, we also provide guided improvement on the coursework, which means that students receive regular feedback on their coursework that is designed to help them improve and deliver the best final coursework that they can. And what will they be sitting their exams on? So section 1 is theatre roles and terminology. Students are expected there to work on the roles that exist in theatre, to know generally what they all are, and also terminology in terms of stage, setup, and so forth. Section 2 is testing them on a play that they've read, and the play that they've read is Noughts and Crosses, for which they'll have a copy at home. Every student has their own copy of Noughts and Crosses. And section 3 of the exam is a play that they've seen, and the play that they've seen already is called A Woman in Black. And although they won't have a copy to watch at home, they do have a support pack that they can read that should refresh them towards a play that they've already seen. What can students do to help themselves? Complete homework is the first thing, because our homework at the moment especially is preparation for their coursework. So all the homework I'm giving is in direct preparation for their coursework. They're answering questions that they will be answering in their coursework. So if they do that well, they'll do well in their coursework. Respond also to the feedback on the homework and the coursework. So responding to the feedback is very important. That will ensure that they improve. And make sure that they've read Noughts and Crosses is key. Read the Woman in Black learning pack, as I said, especially the scenes at the end, and ask the the teacher questions if they don't understand anything. And where can I get more information? There are two main websites. You can go directly to the AQA drama website, and if you want learn about how the course is organised. But I firmly recommend the GCSE drama AQA BBC Bite Size website. And if you click on that, you'll see how the course is organised, but also you'll get resources on there that you can use at home with your daughter to ensure that they're up to speed with their learning, and it'll be a really good revision tool actually. I hope that helps, and feel free to ask any further questions if you should need. Assalamu alaikum.